Howdy there, folks. Uh, Kind of a little impromptu podcast I'm going to do today, but I had to do it in order to tell you about it in time. I was talking with my buddy Clint Mendel, who you've all met on this show, and we were talking about this Twitter campaign that the Western Ag Reporter out of Montana is starting to try and get the attention of President Trump. Because as you all know, Donald Trump uses Twitter constantly, and there's no way he can go through every single one of his mentions, but I bet you he goes through quite a few of them because he will respond and retweet and it's the best way to probably get his attention. So the story behind this, and as you all may know, I'm just gonna go read the Western Ag Journal's article, and you can see for yourself what they're trying to do, the purpose behind it, and it's something I support. I think this is a good idea, and I think we should all get behind it. So, okay, so this is Western Ag Reporter launches Fair Cattle Markets campaign. It's by Kayla Sargent, and said, on behalf of cow-calf producers and independent cattle feeders nationwide, Western Ag Reporter is launching a Twitter campaign asking President Donald Trump for assistance in rebalancing the cattle markets. The ever-widening gap between packer profit margins and producers' price for cattle has raised concerns across the countryside. We are dispersing cow herds and seeing farmers want to throw in the towel in our part of the country, COO of Bluegrass Livestock. The COO of Bluegrass Livestock Marketing, Jim Akers, said, without a significant change in the markets, it looks like we are in for a brutal fall. The frustration in the country breaks your heart. According to a September 9th, 2019 report by David Cruz, Comstock Investments Incorporated, as a result of the Tyson plant fire, beef packers are making upwards of $500 a head, while feedlots are losing over $200. Cow-calf producer, feeder, and stocker owner said this widening gap has been an issue for the past 20 years. We as cow-calf producers and independent cattle owners, or cattle feeders, own these cattle anywhere from 120 to 210 to 365 days a year. We take all the risk, we fight all the elements, we battle the banker to stay financed, Goggins said. And for what? Goggins concluded, assuming no hedging or carcass premiums, the feedlots lost approximately 15 bucks per head over the past 20 years, according to USDA data. On average, cow-calf producers made about 68 bucks per head before paying labor, taxes, interest, or general overhead. Then, the packers who only own those cattle for around a week out of the year are profiting 200 plus per head. There's something really wrong with that picture. He noted packers certainly deserve to clear a profit in the business, but not when it is achieved at the unfair cost of cow-calf producers and independent feeders across the nation. According to Cruz's report, post-fire, Tyson profits $12.5 million a day, with JBS and Cargill raking in the same amount. Couple this with the final of the Big Four packers, National Beef, who earn $7 million per day when profit margins are at $500 a head. And the packers, who control 85% of the supply chain, are taking in $44.5 million a day. According to Goggins' figures, on a 24-day kill schedule at present, the Big Four take home over $1 billion bucks every month. What the packers have done since the Tyson plant fire, in my mind, is criminal, Goggins said. You can call it unjust enrichment, pillaging, unfair business practices, whatever. I call it criminal. Frustrated with the market picture and looking for a change in attitude, Goggins spearheaded a campaign in hopes to reach President Trump with these concerns. He has said he has made many attempts to work through Congressman and the Secretary of Agriculture, but believes going straight to the top will be the most effective route. In researching the makeup of Washington, D.C., several sources told him if he wants to be heard by President Trump, Twitter is key. The Western Ag Reporter is helping Goggins launch the hashtag Fair Cattle Markets campaign on September 23rd. Below are 4 examples of tweets the producers could share in an effort to make the cow-calf and feeders' voices heard. So these are a couple examples that they put up for it. And you go at Real Donald Trump. That's his Twitter handle if you don't know. It's at Real Donald Trump. Rural America helped get you elected. We need help. We need some fairness and competition in our markets. Producers and feeders own and care for cattle 365 days a year and are going broke. A packer owns the cattle about a week and gets rich? ? Hashtag Fair Cattle Markets. That one's a little long and wordy, I think. I don't know if that one will work. At Real Donald Trump. Producers and feeders need your help. Hashtag Fair Cattle Markets. That one's a little better. At Real Donald Trump. We need an attitude adjustment for the cattle market. What the packers are doing for us as cattle producers and independent feeders is more than unfair. It is criminal. Hashtag Fair Cattle Markets. There's another one. I don't know. You have to make it kind of short and succinct and and kind of witty. I don't think Trump's attention span's very, very long. So that first one, I don't think that'll work. It's too wordy. But try it anyways. Anyway, so to finish up this article, it is critical when participating in the campaign to include the hashtag Fair Cattle Markets and tag President Trump using his official Twitter handle at Real Donald Trump. And they've got a little tutorial on how to tweet it's the Western Ag Reporter, so a lot of their clientele are going to be older, so they've got a tutorial on how to set up Twitter, how to tweet, and how to do this whole deal. So I think it's a great idea. I don't know what proposals are being made, if any, at the moment. I'd like to try to get some of these people on to talk about it. So I don't know what the proposal would be or anything like that, but I think if we can get Trump talking about it, we can get a lot of people on our side. And I'm gonna have my buddy Clint back on here in the real near future to talk about the cattle markets and the beef checkoff dollars and I guess I didn't realize how naive I was about the whole beef checkoff program. I assumed it was it was just a producer run deal and it had got kind of corrupted over. But I read through the original act and this thing has kind of been I hadn't done that much research into it, and so I guess I'm all in on this fight now. So anyway, I think this is a great idea. I'll put a link on my page and all my social media stuff to the Western Ag Reporter article that I got this from, and you can see their sample tweets there. I think if there's one way that I know, well, I don't know, but one of the better ways I think you could get old Trumpy Bear's attention is somehow bash CNN. And I normally I wouldn't say, like, I wouldn't go along the route of bash the liberals, because you still want liberals to buy beef, and liberals make a lot of noise. So if you can get them on your side for this particular issue, if we can get some of those on our side, that's not a bad thing. So I would, if you can find some ad or article from CNN that just like really bashes the beef producer, and then you can come somehow kind of pair that up with the hashtag fair cattle market. But make sure you tag Donald Trump in it, and you use hashtag fair cattle markets, and keep it kind of short, keep it kind of to the point, with a little bit of humor to it, or a little bit of snark or something like that. I think that could go over well. And if you see, and this is the part I really love about Twitter over Instagram, is the retweet button. All you got to do is, if you see that, you can go in and search, and just search the hashtag cattle market or fair cattle markets, and just start retweeting everyone. You gotta look and read the tweet first, because there's always some bots and shit, whatever, that people, they'll just, if they see a trending tag, they'll just add that to one of their tweets, so it gets more engagements and whatever. So but even so, if you can get every time you see that hashtag fair cattle markets, just mash down that retweet button, get it trending. You're supposed to do it every day for the week, starting tomorrow. So I'm gonna start tonight, and I will retweet. I'll devote some time just to go through that hashtag and retweet everything I can. And I guess the best way to do that would be to, when you click retweet, go retweet with a quote, and then just tag Donald Trump in it. So try to get that hashtag trending, and maybe we can have a real conversation about some real proposals to help make this beef market way more of a free market economy, rather than all the regulations and hoopla we got to do. Maybe we can get this on a level playing field, and I don't know, or at least get the conversation started. So it's not going to hurt anything to try. And so if you got a Twitter, go do that. If not, sign up and get it. If you got Instagram, I would suggest doing it on Instagram too. I know Donald himself is not all that active on Instagram, but Don Jr. is very active, and and I think his is at Donald Trump Jr. So let's get this thing going, and thanks to Clint Mandel for telling me about it, and thanks to the Western Ag reporter for doing this. And I think maybe if everybody just would commit to do it, just one tweet a day, it could really make a difference. If you got that many tweets coming your way with the same hashtag, he's bound to take a look at it. He may not mention it, but he's bound to at least notice it. So plant that seed, and let's get this thing trending. Let's get a conversation going about fair and open cattle markets, and let's help ourselves here a little bit. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. No music or anything today. It was just something I wanted to get out there so we can get ahead of this thing, and let's see what we can get accomplished with it. So be good, and we'll catch you right here tomorrow. So move your ass. We're burning daylight.